Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday. Thank you, Charlie, for your light up toilet antics and your chicken leg. Welcome, 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 welcome. Here we are again. It's Thursday, and by the grace of God, it's working today. I think I'm on camera, and I think everybody can hear me and see me and stuff. And I don't know what happened last week. A little crazy, but here we go. And as you can see from the chat, my friend Tim is back. And still alive in Ohio somehow, some way. I don't understand how he does it. Cheers, everybody. Thursday. It's over the past few years, it's become a thing where I come here and I meet with you people, and we do this little therapeutic thing. And for me, it's socializing. I don't often talk to humans throughout the week, but I will on Thursday, and have a little drink. We have some packages to open here, really cool stuff here, and we have some stories to tell, some photos to show. We're going to take you down memory lane through some rock and roll dreams that have come true. And I have photographic evidence of those dreams coming true. We've got Super Chat Charlie here. You all know him. He's the man with the master plan. He heard it on Kiss with Red Alert. He's the man with the master plan. I want to situate that toilet in a different direction here. Let's see. Let's get the toilet out to the side. There we go. Okay, let's stop it right there. Looks good. So we got the toilet guy, and we're here chilling. And thank you to all my backup co-hosts who have showed up just in case Tim didn't show up today. Now, I want to say that we have some storms coming through North Carolina, namely the Debbie storm, and it's not really that bad, but right now we're in a lull, I guess. Like right before the stream, maybe about 5:30, 5 p.m. my time, we were still getting some heavy rain. We were getting rain since late yesterday, all through the night, all this morning, very heavy, really cool, windy rain. Cool post tropical storm stuff. Really cool. I really enjoy a storm. So that was going on. We have a little break, and I think right around the time our stream ends, it's supposed to start up again and then go all the way through tomorrow, I believe. There's flood warnings for tomorrow and all kinds of stuff. So I think we're going to be good for the stream. I think it stopped pretty much just to let me stream for a couple hours, and then it's going to go back into doing its thing, which I don't mind. I like a good storm, like I said. Now, before I get too much further, there's something I have to do here in the stream chat, and I have to put this man here on the screen. Recordman 1961 was the first to post in the side chat. That means his name will go in a hat at the end of this year. In January, I will draw names from said hat, and we'll pick a winner out of everybody who was first in the chat for every live stream. We'll also pick a winner from everybody who posts last in the chat for every live stream I've done in 2024. We've done that for the last 2 years. And the winners can tell you, I don't send out any BS. You know, there's some real gifts in there, vinyl and all, music, you know, rock and roll. That's what we got. So, Record Man, congratulations for being number one. And thank you for your service and your support of my eBay store, my friend. You're buying a bunch of weird stuff, and I like it. Peter Graves, nice to see you, friend, with the wrench. How are you, buddy? And Vincent, of course, is here. And who else do we got? We got Jeff Young. It used to be not Young, but now he's just old Jeff. And we have Odd Fadak. His name's Todd. And we have him. He's there. And Pill Mites. I'm kind of into that. Pill Bugs. I've heard of them. Not very cute. Pilly Vanilli, I kind of like that too. Although I'm not lip syncing right now. I swear I'm not. I want that shirt. I did too. That's why I bought it from Slime City. Now, a lot of you know that I've been kind of infatuated with this band, Slime City, since last year. They put out their album, Slime City Death Club, which I have on CD, on vinyl, of course. I got the patch. I got the shirt. And then they just released this shirt recently, which says a bunch of stuff on it. And maybe at some point we can go through every word on this shirt. But it's a real funny shirt, and I like it. Real funny band, real smart, real noisy, well-produced. Slime City. My favorite album of 2023 was Death Club by Slime City. Amina Palmer's here, Thor fan extraordinaire, actually music fan extraordinaire, for sure. How's it going, Amina? Nice to see you. Amina got her some cool Thor stuff recently from Mike Favata, the 80s drummer for the band Thor. And you see Tim is here, and he's telling people to do things with their thumb, as usual. Douglas Gilbert, hello. Big white D on a pink background. How's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. Gorilla Stiff. Gayrilla stuff. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. How's it going, Ape? Zunatuna. Sounds. It's better with a Z at the end. I swear it is, Zuna. And I like that you're here. Thank you. Breakfast King of Loyola. Hello to you, good sir. And Heckfar. Thank you for being here. International Cat Day. You know what? The hand. I just got to say, every day is Cat Day. I don't understand why people have to make it one day. Every day is Cat Day. And for Christians, every day should be Christmas, in my opinion. Every day is Cat Day. Yes, I will celebrate it as usual. See up there on my screen there, Cats Not Kids? I have that there every day, not just International Cat Day. Thank God there's not a human day. I wouldn't celebrate that at all. Jody Donkel is here. My goodness. Hello, Raleigh. Some Raleigh friends popping up in here. Oh, and check this out. Rusty Michael's here. Speaking of Thor. What's up? Cherry Bomb, Pantera, Rusty Michael, Rockstar S. How are you? Good to see you. I'm coming to Charlotte sometime this year. I'm really going to try, Rusty. So I'm working on some ideas. And Joe Machos, what's happening? My stream sniping friend. The only person who's really stream sniped me in my few years of streaming. I don't know if that's a ministry song, Every Day is Cat Day. It sounds like the unreleased Tom Petty album. Oh, that was Every Day is Dork Day. That was what Tom Petty did. So anyway, you people are here. Thank you for being here. I said hi to you all. That's a good thing. Now, if we could start off, before I bring Tim up here, and I'm going to have Tim answer this question when he comes up here, but I'm going to start with our little positives thing. Now, before you do anything, please let me say, that I want to hear something positive that happened to you since last Thursday, some forward moving experience, some way you made money, you made a friend, you checked something off the list, you saw a good show, you got a good record, whatever it is. But I want you to start in the chat with the word positive so I know what you're talking about, and then briefly say something positive that happened to you since last Thursday. And for me, it was getting these packages in the mail. And I'm going to show you what those packages are, and I can't wait. I always like getting packages, whether they be gifts or things that I buy for myself. I like it. I like they're not attached to any holiday or birthday or anything. They're just things, packages that I get to open. So I like it. I like it. By how like that you get it. Now, if Devo could do that with energy domes, I think we might sell more energy domes. If they all came with a free bowl of soup, boogie vegetable noodle soup. Yeah, this is I got this in Europe somewhere, I think. Can't remember I got this. Yeah, anyway. Positive, says Zuna Tuna. I drew a lot during my first day of school today. Oh, first day of school. I don't remember anything, and I created a ton of fun mutant creatures on paper. Create. Zuna Tuna is a true creator. I'm going to say 100% creator all the time. I mean, if that's humanly possible, she could do it. Her and butter knives, man. 100% creating all the time. That's a good positive. I'm going to bring Tim up here to answer the positive. You ready, Tim? There he goes with his rebellious attitude.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Let's see here. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm good. That's a Totally Tubular Festival.
It is.
Which we both saw recently.
Yeah, and the show was phenomenal.
Yeah. Now, Tim, for people who don't know, I think everybody here knows us, but for people who don't know, I've known you since 1970, 3 or 4 or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that. We were very young.
And we're both still in therapy.
Today, Thursday therapy. Yep.
Yes.
This is the therapy that I have signed up for. So we've known each other for a very long time. I think we met because we were in the same Catholic school, I think we met because we were KISS fans. I
believe that was it.
Something to do with it. So yeah, that still remains true. We're still KISS fans.
Oh, I mean, hardcore, of course.
But I did escape Ohio, thank God. Positive, says Vince. Let's see here. Dan Doctor, I see you. How's it going? Positive, we got acceptance on a loan to get a house. Yes, and it was appraised for more than we offered.
Nice.
Now, don't tell the tax man that. You'll just be paying more. I'm going to try to dirty up my house next year so I could not pay so much taxes. Maybe I think I'm going to paint a big dick on the front of my house so that it goes down in value. Oh, that's a good way to get it, man.
I'll tell you what, I would get it that way if I could.
Did you tongue kiss her? Did she punch you in the face? How did you get COVID?
Did it start in the heat of the night, or
or maybe
let's have a battlefield?
What's that song about beating children? Maybe she beat your ass like a child.
Hell is for Peter.
Yeah, who's Peter? Gorilla Stuff says lol. I think that's a positive. Douglas says positive. My girlfriend and I washed the cat on National Cat Day. Now, how is that celebrating cats? That's making that cat. Does your cat like to be washed? Because I guess some of them do. I wish I could wash my cats. Positive, says Mr. Todd. Surprise last minute appearance of D Spitz in Buffalo. Oh, yeah. That was really cool that you fell up into that show, Todd. That was really, really cool. It was them, Lambrini Girls, and Amel and the Sniffers, which was, wow, what a show that must have been. I really liked D Spitz.
Hang on. Right here. Rusty Michael, thanks so much. You're the best.
What's that about?
Because she loves Thor.
Oh, of course Amina loves Thor. Yeah, Amina's a Thor fan extraordinaire. Has her own Thor fan site. I believe it's called rockingwiththor.com, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's called Rocking with Thor, if I'm not mistaken. Amina, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm wrong. Positive, says Breakfast King. I used somebody pronounce that for me. Crepuscular?
Crepuscular, yeah.
Okay, I've never used that in a sentence until, I don't think what I said just now is a sentence. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever use that in a sentence. Thank you.
Yeah, but Jeff, we live for love.
Ooh. Positive. Demolition on the house next door begins next week. Progress towards our next door greenhouse. Now,
Make sure they don't get yours.
when you say demolition on the house, does that mean you get to go in and vandalize it right before they demo it? Because that'd be sweet. Bunch of butt stickers, all butts and nipples all over that house.
Yeah, but those would be wasted butts and nipples.
Now, for those who don't know, Todd,
He's a butt and nipple guy.
Mr. Odd P here, he likes sticking stickers on things, as I do. And he has his own little stickers he's been buying over the last year or so, at least. And he uses them well. Positive, as Michael already said, got some cool Thor movie from Mike Fauda, plus got the Thor and pulling teeth test pressing. Yeah, that's a good one. I noticed you have like a really low number of that pulling teeth test pressing. I have higher numbers. I think there's like 15 or 17 total. And I think I have 8, 9, and 10. But they're all black vinyl. And the one you have is this cool clear vinyl. So that must have
I was
just
on to make sure you pointed that out. Yeah, that's great.
maybe the first 2, 3, or 4, or 5 maybe had that. I don't know the story there, but that's cool. I got a black test pressing. I'll trade you for that clear one. I've got 3 black test pressings. Kind of need a clear one.
No, and it even looked like the label was like there were some issues, and there you could see some imperfections in it. I thought, which was when they were probably switching. I'm thinking
the center label of the record.
It looked like that in the image. I'm not sure.
Haven't a clue, man.
It was cool though.
It
was very cool. Hey, Nick, what's up?
Who's Nick? Where's Nick? Oh, what's up, Nicktronic? How's it going? Nice to see you. I'll try to work. I don't know if you're into the burps or if you just like mentioning them, but I'll try to burp for you. Mike Pope, hello. Nice to see you. Skelly in the fucking in your avatar. Oh, you're seeing Mike Fauda next month. Please give him a hug for me and pinch his bottom. He likes that. Gorilla Stiff. No trade on that smart one. That's a smart Thor fan.
That's a very smart one.
Don't give it up. Okay, we're good with the positives. Hey, Marty, be careful, buddy. Marty's sleeping on top of a chair, and he looks like he's going to wobble off. He looks like he may. Oh, vandalism in progress right now. That's great. Photos and video, please. Share it on your YouTube page if possible.
It's not your face.
So, Tim, positive thing that happened to you since last Thursday. Do you have one for us?
Well, I mean, like immediately, I can say that y'all probably heard on the news about all the tornadoes, and my house survived completely. And other than like debris in the yards, yeah, I did not get a thing. Only issue is a lot of roads closed, but very thankful. Oh, and I had power, and most people are not getting power back until the 14th. So
right on.
Pretty great stuff.
Here comes somebody. Come on, buddy.
Oh, is he? Martyr.
I'll move him over here for a sec. Oh.
And earlier when Mike and I were talking, Meowser, which Meowser's like my bud. We always, got along, and she's always just easygoing, but she was hissing at Marty tonight.
She's not always easygoing.
I'm thinking there's like a clash between them and maybe Cricket and him, bond. But
Dan Ductor heading to NC September 17th or 18th. That's right before I go to devotional, Dan Ductor. I leave for devotional on the 19th. I will, I believe, have some guests here in North Carolina at the time, but maybe we can get together. It's going to be a very busy time right before I go to the devotional. But if you're going to be here and around,
where in North Carolina?
Gorilla Stiff says Tiffany Hanyard going to prison. Well, why would that be positive for anybody to go to prison? I don't know Tiffany, but I'm sure she's a nice girl. Positive, I have power. Rusty Michael, that's cool. I do too. I guess you didn't get hit by the storm very much. That's very good. You don't have very good luck with storms, Rusty. I would hope that this one goes smoothly for you. Yeah, hopefully we can see each other, Dan. Just keep me posted. I'm right near downtown Raleigh. So now, be right back drooling for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, let me ask you something, Zuna, if you're still there. Have you ever had either a bagel or maybe an English muffin toasted, something hot, with a lot of butter and then a lot of peanut butter on it, especially crunchy peanut butter? You got to make sure the bread is hot enough to melt both the butter and the peanut butter. So it becomes this insanely devilish goo on your bready object.
I got to admit, toasted. Yeah, it's good. It's
that
good.
is the best way to enjoy peanut butter, I think. The Debbie Storm was intense.
You
Yeah,
missed.
it was a lot of rain and wind. Oh, you're going to be all over NC. Okay, great. Well, hurry
No,
up.
no. Read the rest of it.
Next few years, yeah. Yeah, you got to start looking now because property is not getting any cheaper.
No, no, no. It is going crazy.
Yeah, I know. You got to heat up to toast the bread. English muffin or a bagel of your choice, but make sure it's hot when you put the butter, real butter, and peanut butter on it.
And
It's
he
so
uses
good.
too much butter, but I
Oh,
gotta
I
say,
use a lot of it.
when it's heated and stuff, and like with the peanut butter, like oh yeah,
It's the decadent Elvis
it's
stuff.
good. I don't even need the butter. The peanut
It's like
butter
deathbed food.
is good stuff.
All right, Charlie, we're gonna just put you in hiding until somebody needs you. Okay, put you over here. So fantastic. Now, one of the things I'm going to do at some point during this stream is I'm going to take y'all down a walk down memory lane through some rock and roll dreams that have come true for me over the years. I'm just going to take you through some photos. We're going to talk about these random proofs of rock and roll dreams coming true. So we're going to do that at some point, and I'll share a screen where I'll take you through some really cool photos from over the decades. Hi, Michael Phelps and Tim Burton. Okay. Hi.
I'm pretty sure that's not either
Hi,
of
Groovy
them.
Lisa. I think Michael Phelps, isn't he an athlete or something? Tim
And
Burton.
Tim
Tim Burton
Burton's
does geeky movies, right? Geeky
yeah,
movies.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, not that they wouldn't be in our world, but
Groovy Lisa, you are being
she
stoned.
being funny.
You're being stoned. Without even being stoned, you're being stoned. Now, speaking of stoned.
Oh,
What's up, Phil?
hey, yeah. Hey, Phil, I had it ready to send earlier and I got caught up. So, but you're here. That's awesome.
Thanks, Phil, for showing up, buddy. Oh, this is a true statement from Vincent here. Groovy Lisa is just being groovy. That she can't help it. I mean, her name is actually Groovy Lisa. Natalie, yes, Tim reached out to a handful of folks here, and it seems to have worked. The bait worked. Now we have your soul.
And we just hope not to get the switch. Oh, and I had one other positive, Michael Pilmer.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Well, that will fit right in.
Okay, before you're positive, hold on real quick. We just want to get this one. At the Goodwill, I saw a man with 5 cocks. His pants fit like a glove. But wait a second. He just must not have had any legs.
See, he only had 3, Dave. You were wrong.
A legless man. Okay, what's your posse?
Ironically, when all the tornadoes went through our cities here, it was the same day that finally they started selling stuff, and people were happy. Yeah, I think that was great. And
stuff. They were selling gorilla stuff, weren't they?
They were selling gorilla stuff
or gorilla stick.
And I don't know if I had said I signed up for the 80s cruise coming this March, so I'm excited about that as well.
Give her a shot. Holy shit! You got 100 Gex vinyl now, Phil. Which album? Which did you get the 12-inch? There's one I heard that came out for Record Store Day either this year or last year. I've never seen it, but I heard somebody's tell me that there may have been some 12-inch or something. But that's really cool. You got the Gex vinyl. I'm wondering which one. Is it 1,000 Gex? 10,000 Gex? Another release? I want to know.
And Mike, you did hear it was at the time Detention's cover of 100 Gex, and then
I did. That's really cool. You got 10,000. I'm the dumbest girl alive.
Nice.
Great. Bill McKenzie, hooray for Ohio. Hooray for Ohio. Damage. You forgot a word. Ohio damage runs deep.
Hey, and it's not stopping. So,
it doesn't go away. It just, you can self-medicate and
it goes every way. Like, I mean, look, it permeated all the way to North Carolina.
That's right. Thank God it permeated here and not up there. Is there any update on Devotional Hotel? Yeah, Natalie, if you go to the devotional page, which I will put in the chat right here. Now, for all of you who don't know, I don't think anybody here doesn't know, but Devotional is a Devo fan convention that we do in Ohio. We've been doing it for over 20 years, and it's an annual event for the most part. And there's a link where you can find info, ticks, t-shirts. And if you scroll down towards where the t-shirts are for sale, down near the lower part of the page, you'll see a little text segment that has some information about the hotel. They did not give us a whole bunch of special price rooms, but at least you'll know where arguably most people will probably be staying, including myself. So that information is on that page I just posted. Brian Dube, what's happening? Brian Dube. I like you. How you doing, man? Thanks for being here. So yeah, Devotional 20. We have some announcements coming up for Devotional 2024. I'm waiting for information and imagery from my pal Nick Chasillo, who helps me with that whole event. And so we're working on another announcement. Now, I should mention that anybody interested in getting the official Devotional 2024 T-shirt on pre-order, those pre-orders will close in the next week or two, I think. So go on over there, get your T-shirt, because pre-orders is the only way you can guarantee getting the size you so desire. And once those pre-orders are closed, they will not be available for sale except at the event. And at the event, I don't know what sizes I'll have and how many. So anyway, if you want a Devotional 2024 shirt, which features graphics based on Devo's Are You Experienced single, which is badass,
Agreed.
but check it out. Natalie, awesome. Thanks. I'm excited for all of it. Butter Knife said they were making little bracelets, and they're going to be merched out.
They're going to do it.
They're going to be merched out. I'm going to spend a whole lot of money on butter and tuna merch. I need a cheese and taco fest now. Have you heard of the Baby Food Fest? Have you heard?
Like Lisa, you could probably have a cheese and taco fest at Devotional.
Have you heard of the Baby Food Festival?
Oh, yep.
I heard Ryan Kidd's playing here this year. It's in Fremont, wherever that is. So the Baby Food Festival, that's where we're going. Everybody goes to this every year. We have a great time. There's a great pit, stage.
And Mike gets his baby food there. So
everybody does. It's a baby food festival, Tim.
Oh, but did you know what Brian is trying to tell you?
No, because I'm talking about the Baby Food Festival.
I know.
Michael, that burp, is almost as good as Boogers in Revenge of the Nerds. Well, I think I did see that movie. I don't remember the burp of poor Booger.
Oh, it was good.
I kind of remember Booger's face. I'm not like, if you know me, I don't know a whole lot about movies, but I did see that one once. I did see that movie. Do friendship bracelets. It's been done. And also, Groovy Lisa, we have these devotional bracelets that we do every year, these rubber bracelets. So there's one from 2021. There's one from 2023. But we do those every year, so there'll be one of those as well.
And Lisa, you're saying Michael eats baby food. Hello. Remember at Amoeba, he was sucking on a bottle. So, nothing new.
It's not random. It's a baby food festival. It's a very specific festival. Ryan Kidd's playing. I heard that Tom Petty's Ghost is playing. Bunch of people in diapers. It's going to be great. Everybody eats baby food. It's called McDonald's. That was the baby food I grew up on. I don't know about you guys. No, I didn't pass. My genetics are not quite.
He's going to talk about symmetrics and stuff now.
Not quite genetically ready for that whole job there. Yeah, no, I'm not one of the beautiful ones. Gerber baby's got to be Caucasian, symmetrical people. Revenge of the Nerds has not aged well. Well, neither have a lot of the nerds.
Well, and I have to say, Breakfast King, they had three of them. I didn't even know they had three, but they were back to back this weekend, and I caught parts, and I actually caught the Devo-ish part, which I was happy about. And
they're in the yellow things, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I remember that. Very little bit of it. I think I've seen imagery, snapshots of that movie more than I've seen the movie for sure.
Probably. Oh, I'm sure.
Now here's somebody, Corey Feldman live. This is somebody I really do want to see live. I think that Corey Feldman is, really kind of riffing on some what's his name? Comedian from Taxi.
Dead buddy?
Comedian from Taxi.
Oh, Andy Kaufman.
Andy Kaufman. He's riffing on Andy Kaufman with his career. I mean, he's really taken it to like a performance art level, and I really want to see that live. So hopefully that can happen someday. I like his energy. I do like his vibe.
I don't dislike him, but yeah, I'll have to look things up because
Oh man, I want to go see that so bad.
I have to listen.
The rapey. At first, I thought that said rapey pants because if somebody's selling rapey pants, I want to know what those look like.
I mean, it's like, yeah, rapey pants. Like, come on.
I mean, Corey Feldman. I don't even know if the word is hilarious. It's like it's intriguing. It's very, I would say, interesting in the truest form of the word, and it's eye candy and ear candy.
And Gorilla has this to say.
Yeah, I was just getting there. Yeah. Well, God bless him. You got to self-medicate
and keep doing so to keep him there.
I mean, Amina, that is what people said about Andy Kaufman, I'm sure, over and over again. So I think he's kind of taken a little Andy Kaufman school training there.
Yeah, but Kaufman,
I don't know if he's trying to be MJ, but he certainly is paying full tribute to MJ in a lot of ways. But I guess, he did grow up with him. He was one of his friends, and he probably taught him a whole lot of whatever he knew as far as dancing and performing and wearing pancake makeup and stuff. So
and I just saw MJ the play this past weekend, and
why?
Yeah, they left that part out.
It was like an actual play you went to?
Yeah, it's a Broadway play.
No photos of that?
You're not allowed to take photos. I have the playbook.
Oh, cool. DJ Trish, hello, DJ Trish.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, honey?
You're not late. You're right on time, DJ Trish. DJ Trish, I'm going to open this in a little while.
Nice.
DJ Trish got me a DJ Trish package, and I sent her a little something too that she did a video on today. And I got to tell you, DJ Trish is one of the most nicety nice peoples in the YouTube community here, the music community. So if you go over her channel, which I just posted in the chat, give her a sub. She's got just over 1,000 subs, I think. And she did a video today which shows the box of stuff I sent her. So maybe you want to check that out. I sent her some music.
And Mina had this to say.
Well, but he's doing something. He's a creator. He's not just sitting on his duff collecting monies from his old movies, right? He's doing something creative and a bit disturbing, which I can appreciate.
Uh-oh. We got this one. Oh, hang on. Jeez, sorry. Boom.
Tim, what are you doing?
I didn't know you were clicking it after I did.
Headaches. Well, ibuprofen, lots of water. Now, here's the deal with headaches. It depends on what kind of headache you're talking about. If you're talking about a hangover headache, of course, then you have to drink water and take ibuprofen.
I'm going to jump in.
Would you like to talk now, Tim?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing it's probably caffeine. Because I know that you drink soda, and I don't know if you drink coffee, but I'd seen soda stuff. So yeah, Mike has gotten those as well. Because occasionally he'll like cut caffeine out. So I think maybe that's it.
Well, if she's a caffeine addict and she stops drinking caffeine, yeah, it could be that. But I don't know if she doesn't seem like a.
I don't think she's a caffeine addict, but like you're not either. But
I don't. Well, I am. I certainly am.
Well, I mean, you get them.
I quit for a year and something, but I'm back on it. I fell off that wagon hard.
Yes, you did.
But yeah, headaches for me. Usually, it's about dehydration for the most part. So, if even nothing to do with sodas, nothing to do with drinking alcohol, typically headaches, I think, are because you're dehydrated. So, yeah, I don't drink caffeine anymore. I didn't think you were there. So I think it's just a water thing. I think it's just a dehydration thing. So try water. If your headache doesn't go away after a bottle of water, then try something else. What did Brian do? Hi, Michael and Tim. Democracy Manifest, succulent Chinese meal died today. What is that? Brian, you're talking way over my head or below my head, whatever the case, but I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you very much. Of course, anytime you need advice, you can tell that we're quite successful at life, and we've made all the right decisions. So why not get advice from us?
And we hope you feel better because it's like that's just not cool.
Work stress. Now, Peter Graves, we're talking about Zuna Tuna here. Her work consists of exactly what she wants to do all day, except school, but that's not real
But
work.
but I'm going to interject and say that sometimes, especially when we're younger, we think we have to do more because of other people's words. So it's possible.
Do more because of my words, Zuna.
Don't ever listen to him, Zuna.
Yeah, so do more, and because when you're old, it's harder to do
It's
more.
true.
And plus, you have no real responsibilities right now. Do as much creative stuff as you can, and drink water all the time.
And what he meant to say is you have a lot of responsibilities, but they're going to change, and they don't get more fun. That's all.
Your responsibilities right now include being young and having a lot of fun. If I had a child and I was teaching the child the way of life, I'd say, have a lot of fun right now. Go. Dr. Phil, except I'm not quite a doctor. Dr. Pill.
Well,
Hey,
you could.
I think that's called a cell phone.
I was going to say you can call anytime. That's fine.
It's a social media, a DM. I think they call that. That's a DM.
Oh no, Mike. I thought, yeah, he's used to BMs.
Responsibilities for suckers. Nothing wrong with suckers. Lollipops, all that stuff. I like that stuff. Dr. Devo, that's Dr. Detroit, I think, Lisa, a.k.a. What's that comedian's name? What's that comedian's name again?
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, that's right. Massage your temples, says Zuna Tuna, says Amina, for Zuna. And while you're drinking water. Teaspoon of white vinegar and pour it on your butt. It'll help. At least make us laugh if you tell us you did it.
And I can also say I used to work with a guy that wrote a book on pressure points, and there are points in our ears, and you can look them up online. And I've tried it with allergies and stuff, and honestly, it does work.
And you know what else works?
Oh, rocking out all the time.
The dark side. I mean, did I say the dark side? I meant the dork side. There we go. Never underestimate the dork side. Please, people.
Mike, you're drinking way too little tonight.
Well, here we go. I'm going to down this. I'm going to go get another one, and then I'm going to open some mail.
I think down that, get another one, and then, yeah. Thank you, DJ Trish. And let's see. I guess I don't know if can you guys see this? I can't see, but anyways.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we can see the bands and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that was totally tubular.
Yeah, I got to say, when I went to the festival, I saw all the Totally Tubular Fest shirts, and that was the best one of them all by far, by leaps and bounds.
Yeah,
but I still didn't get one. I tried to buy Men Without Hats, but they were sold out.
I told you I could have got one because they were not sold out at ours.
They were sold out in North Carolina of my size, at least. They had smalls and triple X's or some shit.
But like, yeah, it was weird. Go get your thing, and I'll talk.
Well, I'm going to finish this first. Anybody want to finish a drink with me real quick here to say cheers in the chat, and we'll do this. If you have a shot within reach or some kind of drink, Zuna, it might be water for you.
And Amina said this, Michael.
Now that's getting a little too personal. Talking about massaging between thumbs and places, and oh no, that's a different stream. Had beef. Glad you had beef with the Totally Tubular meet and greet workers.
Yeah.
Tim was trying to overextend his VIP pass.
No, I was not. I was friends of a band that I couldn't talk to, and but they were mad as well.
We all feel like we're friends of those bands we grew up with. We've been listening to them speak to us for years.
No, but that's not the case because there's others I'd like to be, but yeah, that was crazy.
Where's the beef? It's between Tim and the Totally Tubular workers.
Well, and I told you what Susan had said. That
here we go. Cheers, Amina, Jeff, you guys, Bill. Cheers. Chug to liquid death. There you go, Zuna. I think
love y'all.
Ridiculous that they market water like that.
Yeah, but it does sell because of its name, which is crazy.
You know, I remember real quick before I go to beer. Pardon me.
I remember that too.
I remember when I was a kid and bottled water first started being sold.
Yeah.
And everywhere. And at first, my first reaction was, oh my God, they figured out how to sell us water. Whoa. I was like, my mind was blown. And then pretty soon after that, I realized, how the hell did we get by without bottled water for so long? Like, what? How are we drinking water? Did we just carry a cup with us? Like,
Do you not remember though? But like, I remember for many, many, many years, like when people would be complaining about society or whatever, it's like, oh yeah, pretty soon they'll be trying to sell us bottled water, and that was a joke.
yeah.
And and it not only happened, but like it took off like a storm. And now they're finding that anytime that this bottled water sits too long in this plastic, released, and it's like, oh, now what we do? You know, it's like because now we're putting cancer in everybody and everything.
No, we live forever now. But
Or glow in the dark, maybe.
I think bottled water is oftentimes I consider it a very, very worthwhile purchase, and it really means a lot to me when I get a bottle of water when I really need a bottle of water, and I get it. It's like, oh my God, I'm glad they designed plastic bottles of water. I'm so glad. It comes in handy so often. It's so easy to throw in your bag or your pocket, or it's like, I don't know how I survive without bottled water.
But you know, like now I carried that and it was expensive, you know, a bottle to hold water, and it was like $25, but I freeze it every day, and that's my bottled water, and it's great too.
You know, Zuna, there's no need in pretending water is wine. Water is way better than wine in a lot of ways. It'll make your headache go away. Wine won't. So you just pretend that water is good old crisp, clean water.
And let me interject, and not that we're pushing drinking, because we're not, but he's wrong. Like if you do, like wine would make the headache go away. Problem is,
it'd make it come back
later on, it may be back.
You have to fight it with water in the end anyway. But Jeff, I got to tell a story here. This reminds me. Jeff's talking about when we were kids in the 70s or whatever, we were drinking water out of hoses. And
You're right, Jeff.
Now we took it to another level when I was a kid. In Ohio, we would go to this one creek, and the myth amongst us kids.
No, it's true. It's a spring.
It was a spring, right? And so we thought, well, that water is cool to drink. We would drink out of the creek all the time.
Oh yeah,
and
it's the purest water in the U.S.
But also people peed there, and like
I hope
there was neighborhood trash, and it was like, but we still drank out of that creek. Now,
no, but it's a spring. Yeah,
I'll tell you a spring. This is a spring right here. Odd Fanique. Now, thank you for that magical number. Raise a glass.
Glass.
All that stuff. We're going to raise a glass. This is going to happen. I'm going to make you a bit small, Tim.
Small.
Let's see.
I can make me small if you can.
There we go. Okay, so this right here is called a donation, a super chat, dono, as they say. And this is a very kind gesture. So to repay this kind gesture, I often like to start what I call the crochet clown disco. There's the crochet clown, all backlit, underlit back there, looking quite evil.
Which has always been my nemesis.
That's right. Tim has a little bit of feelings for him that he's uncomfortable with. And I can, I get it. I get it. He's a little anxious. But we love disco. And the crochet clown gets his disco party whenever somebody sends a dono. And during the disco party, what sometimes happens is I'll sing a few bars of a song. I think now Tim's here. He may help me with this. Here's what I'm going to do this time, Tim. Instead of singing the song, the lyrics, I'm going to just hum through and kind of, phonetically make some sounds to the rhythm of the music, and then have people try to guess what it is. Now, here's what I want you to do, because I know you're going to know what it is. As soon as somebody guesses what it is, or I get to the part where I say the chorus, then you can start singing with me, and then I'll start dancing. How about that? Because last time you were here, you sang, I danced, right? So
we'll give it a shot. Let's go.
So here we go. Let me remember the song I'm going to do. Okay, here we go. Now I'm just going to phonetically make some noises to mimic the lyrics somehow, and you guys are going to see. Tell me if you know what the song is. Okay, here we go. Whoa, Whoa, you should be
Uh,
dancing. Yeah,
yeah, you should be dancing. Yeah.
yeah. Turn on flash. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ba, 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 ba. Bam, 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 bam. Dum, dum, dum. That song's a banger, as they say.
And DJ Trish just now had said you should be dancing.
And then after the disco closes down, Super Chat Charlie comes in for his part of the job. He likes to show you his light up toilet. And then he steals your soul. Soul gone.
And we apologize in advance for the bad singing.
No, we don't.
You're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right.
Might apologize way after, but not. Shane Rocky, what's up? We're just singing some disco as a tribute to Todd, who made a very nice 666 donation.
And Amina said it too.
You guys all got it. You should be dancing, Bee Gees, yeah. Yeah.
No, Lisa said that, but then I didn't see Amina's. It just popped up now.
It was a little primacy, wasn't it? The noise can go throughout, Peter. It's kind of a lifestyle choice.
And Peter, I tried to extend out to you. I'm glad you're here, and you can join us for the noise if you'd like.
Okay. Oh, now, well, actually, let's do this, Tim. I'll keep you small. I'm going to open some mail because I know DJ Trish is here. DJ Trish,
I like making you small too.
You can do that if you take your clothes off. Get a little flirty with me, I get small. This is from DJ Trish. If you know DJ Trish, I put her channel in the chat earlier. You know that she loves making mix CDs, and I'm going to guess that's what's in here. She sent me a few packages of these over the time, and I might open this one. And like I said, I did send Trish something this week that she opened on her channel, which is very nice of her to do. And here we go. Oh, yeah. Okay. We have a nice letter, which I always enjoy. Oh, and she always sends the stickers. Look, lots of stickers.
Nice.
I love stickers. I got a front door of my house covered in stickers. We'll get to those in a minute. Dear Michael, greetings from the Jersey Shore. Here are 2 mixes I hope you enjoy. As always, more stickers. Hope you're having an awesome summer. Look. And the art. Peace, love, and music.
Come on.
Peace, love, and music. If I was a tattoo getting person, this might be tattooed on me.
And you are. You just don't know it yet. So
look at this. Look, I've never seen a hand-drawn cover on a Trish Mix CD until now. Look at those shirts.
Love it.
Look at that.
Oh, and she's wearing a tank and he's got cutoffs. Nice.
How embarrassing. It says how embarrassing.
Wait, are we embarrassing to you, Trish?
I hope so. We work so hard.
Yeah, it's
like, that guy.
We probably should be to everybody.
The beach is one of my favorite places on the planet, so I'm going to dig these.
He can't handle it because it's outdoors, but he loves it.
I'm into dancing. Okay, let's go through these stickers. Okay, there's this one. I don't even know what they are. Okay, blazing visuals. Oh.
Can't see it. Can't see it.
Mueller's Bakery.
Okay.
Coffee. Hot rod.
Mike's all about coffee.
That reminds me of Ohio. Look, New Jersey. That's where Trish is from, New Jersey. Anchors Away. I don't know what that is. Nice tattoo. Jersey Mike's. I just ate there with Jalen recently. DJ Trish. Look at that.
Nice.
That is nice. I think that's my favorite so far. Oh, I have one of these. I remember she sent me one of those recently. Cheese. And then I think I got that one too. Clancy, what's that? Mona Lisa, gluten-free. Must be fentanyl.
Moans a lot.
Oh, look at her. Lost her legs. Burks. Whatever that is. And I like this one. Beach House. I think Beach House is actually a band too.
They are. And they're a new wave-ish band.
That was sick. Thank you, Trish. More CDs for my road trips. I use these for road trips. That's very cool. Now.
And Zuna had a message.
If I want to send you some with a bunch of fat dogs on paper, Zuna, I'm telling you, anything you send me from your creative soul, very much appreciated and loved. So yeah, fat dogs, skinny cats, all that shit.
But I'll get jealous. So you send me a little one.
Jen has a thing for fat dogs, so
I just love dogs
with
and
short
cats
legs. Fat dogs with short
birds
legs.
And birds and yeah.
And humans. Oof.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I kind of like things.
Dig this.
Ryan Kidd.
Now this, my friends,
I know what it is.
straight out of the VC, soon to be classic releases of the VC, the vinyl community here on YouTube. This is going to be something that I'm going to open up for you. And well, hold on. Let's take a pause because I just saw this happen.
You should be dancing.
Yeah, I think we should do that again. I like that song.
Come on, go.
Okay, what do you got for us? You sing it, I'll dance.
Oh my God, you doing that again?
Yeah.
Whew.
And as soon as you have something in your mind, say go. I'll click.
I gotta do something that I haven't done.
Or maybe you don't. Okay, what is it? Tell me when you're ready. I got Charlie ready and I got the lights ready.
God, I'm stuck on the same like 4 songs.
Okay, do one of them.
Everybody dance, do clap your hands, clap your hands. Everybody dance, do clap your hands, clap your hands.
Oh yeah, everybody dance. That means me. Ooh, clap your hands, clap your hands. Look at this place. It's going off in here.
There you go. Now you got it.
Camera's freaking out when I do that. Moving too quick. Yeah. All right, and then Charlie comes in with his toilet. His chicken.
It's not really the toilet. It's the eyes, because like he's screwing you up. You don't know it. It feels good.
The toilet is the clickbait.
It is.
Thank you for that very kind donation, Amina. That's very nice of you. That's a very large donation for this channel, for sure.
Oh, and she knew what we were singing.
Now look, 404. I think you say that every time you come here. I don't want you to say that anymore. I want you to show up and go, "Hey, I'm right on time." But thank you again for that. That's very nice of you. Okay, so now from disco to Ryan Kidd punk rock. Now this is Ryan Kidd's new record he just released. I'm not going to say the name of it until we open it up. I actually purchased this from Ryan Kidd's Bandcamp. This is what they call the all-in package is what I bought, which is basically every version of the release plus some neat little trinkets. And I think he threw in a freebie something for me in here. So let's open this up because I'm psyched.
I just want to say that I didn't get mine yet. So
ordered the package, the whole package?
Favorites. No, I ordered. I don't know that.
Which one did you order?
I think I just ordered the rare one.
That's the rare one, the test pressing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the test pressing you should have gotten. The real record's not out yet. That's the only part of this package that would be missing at this point. But I got everything else. So if you order the test pressing, you should indeed have that very soon. All right, you guys. Oh, lots of tape. Oh, check it out. Okay, this looks good. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm a big fan of rubber stamps. I'm always into rubber stamps. It makes everything great.
It's good stuff.
It's a really affordable, creative way to mark something up there.
Hey, Natalie is saying that she's out of here, weenies. I have to work at 5.
Natalie, we're working right now, but we appreciate you. Thank you, Natalie. We'll see you at the devotional.
Get good rest and hope to see you again, Natalie.
We'll see you soon, Natalie, in the Ohios.
And 404 TV said, I got sidetracked because Green Day are dropping American Idiot demos, and I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Oh.
Now, this is the album. It's on cassette.
I don't even think he told me that they were doing it on cassette.
It's called, well, he did if you're part of his Bandcamp. It's called Dead in Memphis. Dead in Memphis. The vinyl is not done with this, is what I understand yet. But I got the cassette. That is sick. And I got my little cassette holder that's rubber stamped. Very cool.
Now, and people, I don't know if you know him. We got to know him online, but like, honestly, it's good stuff.
I'm going to post his channel in the link in the thing here. Look at Ryan Kidd's a Mess. What does he say? I'm ignoring Ryan Kidd. Ryan Kidd logo with an arrow, and then if it ain't Ryan Kidd, it ain't worth a. That's great, and it's the same. It looks like the same design as the Stiff Records button. If it ain't stiff, it ain't worth a. That's pretty cool. My little button kit there, and now let me put his link up real quick.
I'm doing it right now. Oh wait.
Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Look, I got a little personalized thank you for your support. That's nice.
Here's this.
Okay, now here's the freebie I got. Well, first of all, I'll show this. This is the sickest. Look at this. Autographed test pressing of the Kid, dead in Memphis. And it comes with a sticker. And it's white label. And let's see what the back cover is. Wow, it's got it. Oh, it's got the insert. That's the insert. All the lyrics and little deviant little punk rock drawings and things. Oh yeah, and this record, I will do needle drops on. I'm going to do a recent finds thingamajig video at some point here soon, so that will be featured. And here's the freebie I got. It was so cool to include this. I'm so psyched. Look at this, dudes. Ho, 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 ho. Look at that. That man looks like a rocker right there. And he's dead in Memphis. That's
it happens.
Good.
It happens. You know, these things do happen.
This is good. Looks like it's perfect size, too.
That is kind of, yeah. It's
Ryan Kidd, punk rock. So he released an EP. I think it was just called the Ryan Kidd EP fairly recently, within the last few months, a year.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, we should know that you should know that Dr. October, a.k.a. Dr. Ass, is also in this band. I believe he plays drums, if I'm not mistaken. So that's cool. Our friend Dr. October from all the way across the world there.
And I got to interrupt. We got Cape Cod Ken in the house.
Cape Cod Ken, you motherfucker. How are you? Ryan Kidd, thank you for that. Oh, I got something to show you guys related to these packages. Hold on.
It's the ADD, ADHD, all, you know, it's all good. But yeah, the Ryan Kidd stuff is really good. Look it up, just.
Okay, check this out, you guys. There's something I noticed today while I was preparing all my props for the video.
Okay, I'm afraid.
Okay, look. Look. Now, hold on. Figure out how to hold this. Look at the writing. Similar. DJ Trish. Ryan Kidd. DJ Trish. It's the same handwriting, you guys. Look at the MIC. Look at that. It's the same handwriting. I think it's the same person. You've never seen Ryan Kidd and DJ Trish in the same room. I think it's the same person. That's the same person, or they have the same genetics. Because look
Ryan does disappear at weird times.
The 702 and the 702, those look the same. There's something going on here. The truth will be revealed one day. I can't. It's just.
What it says.
Butter knife. Pill me, will me, and timmy wimmy. Oh, Tim, are you replying to a question?
Yeah.
It's the Totally Tubular Fest there, Cape Cod Ken. Can't stay for too long because I'm making another doll. Of course you are, you creative bundle of crazy energy.
I loved the beginning of that first one, and so, yeah, just keep doing it.
Miss you too, Butter Knives. We'll see you.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
I can't wait to see your band perform, Butter Knives. We miss you for sure. But thanks for stopping by. We love you. All right, so that was the best detective work the VC has seen in a long time. Look, I'm a handwriting expert. I enjoy handwriting. And
I mean, he's an expert in something.
Yeah, but okay. Written on different days with different pens with different amounts of alcohol intake. Okay. But still the same.
And Michael, you're due for your medicine.
Thank you. No, we will not be doing that again because that was a huge waste of time and money.
And I'll interrupt. Not necessarily a waste of time, but mega waste of money.
Tim didn't spend any time on it, but my time was wasted, and Nick's time was wasted.
And yes, it was
Tim, I have to interrupt. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It was a loser in business.
No, it was just not worth all the cost and the effort. I mean,
Kind of just said that.
it was gross the way it was.
Yeah, I mean, I agreed. I don't think it was a waste of time. It cost too much.
And yeah, and we weren't getting any donations. It was not covering the cost of itself. That's for sure. So yeah, no, big money issue. That guy is really expensive to hire to do all that. And then, we had to go through all the trouble of making all these screen images and all this stuff, and it would just get screwed up every time. Not our fault. So I just can't do it anymore. I have a lot better time not paying attention to what's going on for the live stream. That's for sure. Yeah. So none of that. It's going to be if you're not there, you don't get to see it kind of thing. Now we will shoot some video, believe me, but nah, we're past that point. I mean, we gave people 2 years, 3 years in a row to donate, and they didn't. So we're done with that. Hey, what's this? Sean and Mindy, what's up? ESLEO66.
Love y'all.
You just need one more 6 on the end of that, really, to make it a good day.
No, but they are going to see Morrissey.
Wow. I bet you they are. Now, I've known Sean and Mindy for decades. Mindy played bass in my punk rock band, the Rabid Salesman, many years ago.
Yeah. And Hank's here.
Oh, hiya, Jeff Rowe.
What's up,
What's happening, man? Nice to see you. Hey, buddy, without giving too much information out, Jeff Rowe, let me know how you need me this week. Just send me this weekend. Let me know what you need me to do this weekend for that little project you got going on. And I'll be there. That's right. Hey, beautiful. Nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping in. We've got some great stuff coming up here. We've got some great content on this Thursday therapy, I tell you. First of all, it's me drinking this. And then after that.
And second of all, thank you for the thumbs up because it really does help the channel.
That's a good point. Good point. Now how it helps the channel is that little thumb button there that you click to make us aware that you like it. It's really not about liking it. It's about scamboozling the algorithms at YouTube into making them think that we're a channel that is great and should be shared with other like-minded people. And that gets us to meet new friends, right? So just click the button. It doesn't take but a millisecond of your time and energy. We did do the positives, but you can post a positive whenever you want. 404 TV.
And he's still going to post that.
Thank you, beautiful.
It's all good.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yeah, just send me a message, Jeffro. Hey, please remember to smash the like button. That's great. TJ Trish, you are on point. Now, Jeffro.
We appreciate you, DJ Trish.
This guy here, Hank Sinatra, a.k.a. Jeffro, he's the guy that I went to New Jersey and New York with recently to see the Sniffers a couple nights in a row. We jogged around New York City a little bit, did some
dang good night
drinking and some things. It was really fun. We took a train home because our flights got canceled. We were part of that whole mess with the flights. But Jeffrey, that was a great weekend, man, I gotta say. And we survived. Engage, feed the algorithm. Positive Michael liked my VCLT. Of course I did. I always do, DJ Trish. Especially, I'm gonna have to demand custom drawn covers by DJ Trish from now on because that's my game right there. I'm all about that cover art. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take you guys down a little reminiscent memory lane for some rock and roll dreams that I was a part of that came true. And I've got very real evidence of these things happening. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little screen sharing and we'll get into this. I'm just going to take you through some pictures. We can figure out the dates and all that stuff and talk about this stuff here. Get this stuff ready. Okay, I think this is going to be good. Let's do a full screen.
And
full screen. No, let's not do that.
You can't. I'll remove myself, but here, read 404.
Oh, no, it's okay. You can be there. I'm talking about full screen on the image I'm going to. Gotcha. I got a positive. A friend of mine got me a VHS Generation Green Day's Mudstock concert. I've heard about that. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, Green Day. I like them.
Wait a second. 404. Do you know where that took place?
Yeah, it was the Woodstock.
Oh, because I saw them in Ohio, and like literally, it was a my gosh, like a 12-hour concert. And
A 12-hour concert.
It started in the morning.
Wait, not just Green Day.
No, but it was during their, it was
festival.
94 during their Dookie festival. They weren't anybody like big yet. And it was tagged the same. So that's why I was curious.
It was tagged. Well, they did a Woodstock show where they became a big mud fight. It was very famous. So here's what we're going to do. I've got these photos that have been on my Facebook page for many years, and it's a photo album called Religious Experiences. And this is all kinds of rock and roll dreams that came true for me, and that I just happened to be wise enough to snap some pictures of. So let me share this with you, everybody. I got some stories to tell, and feel free to ask questions. Tim will try to keep his eye on the questions and see if I need to answer anything. Here we go. Share. Okay, we're going to bring this on the screen now, Mr. Nolan.
Let's get her done.
I'm going to make myself small too. Let's see if this works. Okay, great. Now, here we have.
And you can go to your computer. Oh, you don't have. Is that a touch screen? I can't remember.
Yeah. Now, Tim, I'm going to make my screen for me big enough to take up my whole screen, so I'm not seeing the chat at all. So you got to.
Let's take. I'm gonna remove myself for now and see if it makes it help.
Well, no, because you're going to tell me what to answer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're going to, because it's going to be the same size no matter if you're there or not. So what we're looking at here is 2006. I am in the United Kingdom with a friend of mine, and we just happened to fall into a Killing Joke show on my very last night in Norwich, UK, in the United Kingdom. We had been traveling all day in London. I was there in the UK for a Mark Mothersbaugh art show. Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo. I hosted a lot of art shows for him for about 10 years. And so one of the shows was in Norwich. And we had the show in Norwich. I had a couple of days off before I left for home. And my friend took me to London. And we went record shopping. And we spent the whole day in London walking around and shopping. And we were exhausted. When we get back on the train, we got back on the train to go to Norwich. Probably a 2 or 3 hour train ride, I think I remember. We were exhausted. I had a bag full of records and stuff. I got this really cool Killing Joke bootleg at a flea market in London. I was just super stoked with all the purchases I had. So we started looking through this local newspaper that just happened to be on the train. And I was looking in the back for all the live shows and just, curiously seeing what was going on in that town. And I see an ad for Killing Joke live. And I'm like, oh, look at this, Kevin. Wouldn't this be cool if we could go see this? And I look at the date. I was like, that's tonight. He was like, dude, the train station is really close to that club. We could walk there. Okay, so we get off the train. I got all my bags. We run to this club. We run to the club. We get into the club. We go up to the guys at the front door. We hear the band playing. We're like, how far in the set are they? Oh, they've just played a couple of songs. We pay our shit, get our ticket. We run in, right? Now, I didn't know this about the UK at the time, but the very front row of people, usually right behind them or behind them, maybe the first 2 or 3 rows, there's a row that they leave open so that people could leave and go get beers and come back to their front row area, right? It's this really civilized thing that they don't do in America. So I just go up there like a dumb American with all my bags, and I just kind of weasel myself in to right around where that row is. So I'm kind of up front, but I'm off to the side. But I'm having such a good time singing all the songs. People are just like, oh, let the dumb American be there, right? He's cool. So I spend the whole show there freaking out, enjoying Killing Joke, something that I didn't think that I would be part of that day. And my friend, his name's Lee, actually, he went back to the back of the venue and just hung out at the merch booth and talked to the merch guy all night. So after the last song, I'm exhausted, I'm sweaty, I'm got all my bags. I go back to the merch booth to meet my friend to buy a shirt. And he comes up and he's like, oh, Michael, I've sorted out meeting the band after the show. I've told them you work for Devo and you're here from the US. And I've told them all story about finding this show, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, great. I couldn't believe it. So then the merch guy takes us to this door and we knock on the door. And then this guy on the screen, that guy, the singer for Killing Joke, Jazz Coleman, yes. He opens the door, just a crack, and he looks out. He goes, you, Michael? And I was like, yeah. He was like, you work for Devo? And I was like, yeah. He was like, Mongoloid. He was a Mongoloid. And then he opened the door. He's like, welcome, friends. Would you like a drink or a smoke? And he's got this in his hand. There is a joint, I believe. And he has some whiskey or liquor in one hand. And also in his same hand with the joint has a beer. And he has 3 vices in his hands. And he's like, what do you need? What do you need? I'm like, oh, I'll take a beer, I guess. And, oh, would you like some rum? Oh, sure, I'll take some rum. So then he's like looking around for his rum. He hands me a beer. He's looking around for the rum. And he's like, oh, where's my rum? Where's my rum? And there's this kind of big, large-sized goth punky girl laying on the floor, kind of relaxing. And she's like, oh, Jazz, you're so generous. And she shakes this empty bottle of booze. And he's like, oh, sorry, mate. All I've got is beer, right? So we sit down, we're smoking a little bit, we're drinking, and then he just starts going full-blown Jazz caricature. Like at some points, he's really happy and talkative and nice, and then he just flips the switch and says, oh, you American dickheads, your president is bullshit. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. So we're just bantering back and forth all night back there. And you can see back there, Gordy, rest in peace. Jordy is back there with the baseball hat on backwards. He was great. And so this started a relationship with me and Killing Joke. So every year I would go see them after this, probably once every couple of years. They would welcome me backstage. We would hang out. They would give me drinks. They were just so cool. And I remember one more thing about this is that after this, the next time I saw him was maybe a year or two after in the States. And they let me backstage. And he comes up, oh, would you like a beer, right? He gives me the beer. It's our last one. And I said, Jazz, last time I talked to you, it was really interesting. You were pretty lit. And we were talking, and you would be like really nice. And then you would go off and like just be really toxic and venomous. And then you go right back to being nice. He was like, oh, mate, that's when I was drinking. I don't drink anymore. I was like, oh, cool.
Mike, can I ask you? I didn't know all these details. So that was probably right before when we met him at in.
Oh, it was years before that. This is 2006.
Wow.
So yeah, it was years before. This is the first time. But anyway, that was the little rock and roll story. So what do people say in the chat? Anything I need to answer?
Oh, I mean, I was like so enthralled because.
Hey, wait, Malcolm Tent's here.
Yeah.
Wait, Craig Hilton's here. Wait a second. No, wait. I'm looking at the comments on the photo.
Oh, from the original. Yeah.
So there's nothing, no questions about the Killing Joke in the chat. Right?
I gotta go back to.
You're supposed to be paying attention to that.
No, Mike.
So that's the Killing Joke guy, Jazz.
Yeah, and he's a trip.
So anything with that I have to deal with, Tim? Killing Joke? Anything in the chat there?
I'm trying to get this off. There we go.
I've
never done this, Mike.
Tim Nolan in full effect, everybody.
We're
going to go on to the next photo. If
Zuna says it's giving her flashbacks. 404 said it's an awesome story.
Okay, good. People are hearing it. All right, good. Okay, so that was 2006. Now the next one is not in any kind of order or anything, but we're just going to go through these random photos here. Now, next one. Oh, another. Okay, this is a photo from the show. Let's see if I can zoom in at all. Oh yeah, photo from the show. See, it's a very small club. I'm in the front row. Just found out about the show a couple hours before we got there, and I couldn't believe the luck. Now this is my friend Jeff Clayton from the Anti-Scene. This is in 1999 at Local 506 in Chapel Hill.
Look how young he is. Wow.
Now, I met these guys in 1983 in Charlotte when I was a little boy. And they were the first punk rock band I ever saw live. They became lifelong friends. The guitar player at the time, Joe Young, rest in peace, he taught me how to play guitar, the one chord I know. These guys are the ones that convinced me basically to start my own band. And anyway, Jeff does this thing every show he's played for decades. Well, not every show, but most shows he's played for decades. He cuts his head open like in true wrestling style. That's real blood. That's not pig's blood or food coloring. That is his real blood from his head. And he's a rocker. This is 1999. That's a long time ago. That was like, 30 years ago or something? Oof, crazy. Yeah. So, Tim, any responses to this in the chat? That's what.
If anybody has a chance to see Anti-Scene, like, my gosh, don't screw yourself over. Like,
and Tim, is there anybody in the chat making responses to this? That's what you should be doing.
I've been telling you that already. Same story. Like everyone. No
Anti-Scene questions. Okay, but Anti-Scene is a great, really. I'm going to say the true Southern punk rock band in the world. They almost formed a whole genre of their style of Southern punk. Okay, next up, and I don't know what the next one is. We'll find out. Oh, this is another one from that show. This is the mighty Joe Young. Rest in peace. He passed away in 2014. He's the guy that taught me how to play guitar. He's the nicest guy in the world. When I walked into the 1983 show that they were doing at a place called the Yellow Rose in Charlotte, North Carolina, it was a little country western bar across from the ghetto apartment complex I used to live in. And by day, it was a country bar. And by night, after 6 p.m., it turned into a punk rock club. So me and my friend Mindy, who's in the chat, we found a flyer at a local record store in a strip mall advertising this anti-scene show. And we were like, man, that looks like punk rock. We have to go see that because it's right across the street from my apartment. So we walk over there, and I've got my Ozzy Osbourne sleeveless Blizzard of Oz shirt on. She's probably got an Oingo Boingo shirt on, right? And we walk in there, and it's during sound check. Nobody else is in the club except for the band, the bartender, and me and Mindy. And we walk in, and Joe sees us from the stage. He's like, oh, hi, y'all. I've never seen y'all here before. I'm Joe Young. What's your name? And that started a lifelong friendship with this band, Anti-Scene. They changed my life in so many ways. So there's Jeff Clayton and Joe Young of the mighty Anti-Scene. Next up, oh, yeah. Now, here's my boys, Stan Lee and Leonard Grace Phillips of the Dickies. This is a show I saw in California 2001, May 2001. I just happened to be there on a business trip, and this was happening in a little town outside of LA. Outside of LA or San Francisco, I can't remember. But I think great show. And I remember I saw Leonard walking around the parking lot before the show, and I thought the shirt he had on was a Venom shirt. It's actually not a Venom shirt. It's a band called Exit 13. They're kind of like a, what do you call it, stoner rock, because you see the devil smoking a J on the shirt. But I remember walking up to Leonard and saying, oh, Leonard, cool Venom shirt. And he was like, oh, yeah, okay. And walks in the club. And then later in the set, he did this whole skit about, a lot of people compliment me on my Venom shirt. That's because my penis is full of venom. And he just kept talking about venom because I said, nice Venom shirt. So anyway, I think that's a sick, awesome picture. Back before digital cameras were very prevalent, sick picture there. I think it was probably one of my first digital cameras ever, and they were pretty low budget back then.
But I love seeing them that young.
2001. Here we are again. Look at that. I don't think either one of them at that point were sober. I don't think. No. Stan may have been, but I don't think maybe even at that point. I don't think he was. No. And look at this great shot. Very nice. 2001, guys. That's a long time ago. All right, what's next? Oh, now this show here, September, the same year. I was in California again for business. I happened upon a Dickies show, and this is where I met my friend Erica, who you guys, if you follow my social media or anything, you may have seen me hanging out with in Vegas. I met her, not really met her at this show. I probably bumped into her or something at this show in 2001, but I didn't really meet her until Punk Rock Bowling a few months ago. And now we're fast friends. But this was Erica's birthday party. I think it was her 21st birthday party or something in 2001. Now we're friends. And that's Leonard's Puppy Love shirt. And hopefully that photo or this photo here, or maybe this photo I think is going to be in his book, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I like that one.
Look at that one. Puppy Love. And he's got the finger in his ear, which Leonard does.
But yeah, he always
all the time. And these are good times, man. Good times. And these are shows that I didn't really know were happening until I got to California, right? So on my day off from work, I don't know how I got out to whatever these cities are, but I got out there somehow alone. And next up, oh, yeah, there we go. More from that night.
I just love seeing him that young, man.
Now, what song is that, Tim?
God, dude.
Everybody knows. Come on.
You always do this, and I can't.
I do. It's trivia.
No, but it's like I don't do anything on the spot.
I know you don't know. That's why I ask you.
No, but I know it because, don't forget, I helped.
Okay, so what's the song?
Timber. What I just told you is I helped with this.
Yeah. Do you know the song?
No.
Okay, it's Water Slide. Water Slide's the song. He does this bit every time.
Yes,
He's
he
in
does.
his 70s now. He still does this bit. Next up, oh, now, does anybody, without looking at the text, who knows who this is? Don't look at the words. Does anybody know? And tell me if anybody in the chat what they're saying. I want somebody to identify this without looking at the words. Somebody's going to look at those damn words. I'll just tell you. June 2001, it's Fetus, a.k.a. Jim Thirlwell. You've got Fetus on your breath. Great show. Fairly late in his career, I thought, at that point. But really, it didn't seem that way. It was full-on Fetus production there. And look at his style, his fashion sense. Jim Thirlwell, if you're not familiar with the Fetus brand, Foetus, great design work, great music. Late 80s, I'm thinking early 90s, mid to late 80s, early 90s. Great stuff. There he is again.
And I never had heard of them other than through Pilmer. And I do know that they re-released all of their albums.
Yep. I think he's been releasing them on his own label or something.
Yeah,
but he's the guy that designed all the covers to those great Fetus albums.
Because you can't get originals, but yeah.
You can.
Yeah, you're going to pay.
They're expensive. I got a fat Fetus collection from back in the day.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Look at those cool pants with the pockets. Looks like he's got them on backwards. Okay, now, this band right here is called Happy Flowers. They're from Virginia. They were a band that had this really interesting methodology to their music and their albums. So they were called Happy Flowers, and their whole shtick was that each album that they did was from a different point of view, was from the point of view of a child, but each album was a different part of childhood. The first album was like basically a baby or a toddler, all songs that would come from a toddler. And then the second one was like before a teenager, but not, still young. And then the third album was a teenager. Whatever the case, they took the albums up to a point where they were going to be grown, and they just stopped, right? Because they couldn't do any more kid themed records. But they were some of the wildest, noisiest, most hilarious stuff going on at the time. Happy Flowers. If you don't know, look them up. They had songs like I can't even think of any of the names of the songs. But like Picking Scabs was one. It was all things from a child's perspective, a very young person's perspective. I Gave the Cat Acid was another one. Stop Touching My Food. I Want to Watch Cartoons. I Want to Watch Cartoons was one of the most scary, dark, brutal songs I've ever heard. It was just what sounded like a kid screaming, "I want to watch cartoons," over and over again with this really dark boom, boom, boom in the background. Oh, it's scary. It's frightening. It's frightening. But yeah, Happy Flowers, one of my favorite bands, for sure. Now there's Happy Flowers again. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. And this show, they were playing with our friend Weird Paul. A lot of you know Weird Paul. I interviewed Weird Paul on this show a couple years ago maybe. And I've known Weird Paul for decades, and he's a great guy. He is really weird.
Can I ask again, where was this?
This was in North Carolina, Raleigh, at the Fallout Shelter, I believe.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
This might not be the Fallout Shelter. This might be Chapel Hill. Look, there's another Happy Flowers. Oh, and their names. These guys had great band names. This is Mr. Anus. This guy here, the guy with his shirt off. That's Mr. Anus, and this other guy is Mr. Horribly Charred Infant. The best.
But you have to show Mr. Charred Infant.
That's him. There he is.
No, I thought that was Mr. Anus.
That's Mr. Anus with his shirt off. In the background, there is Mr. Horribly Charred Infant.
Oh,
there's Mr. Horribly Charred Infant right there.
There we go. Yep.
Mr. Anus and Mr. Horribly Charred Infant. Great stage names. Even better than Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley.
I was just going to say that.
And then this here is Christian. Christian is great black metal. I forget what country they're from. I want to say, South America maybe. I can't remember where Christian's from. If anybody in the chat knows where Christian is from, please let me know. But this is a show at, I believe, the Caboose. Yeah, the Caboose in Garner, North Carolina, which is this really great club.
How do you spell him?
Christian, Krision. They were great black metal. And very small club, the Caboose. My friend Ed ran the Caboose in the 90s. I saw so many bands there,
It
Mentors,
rocks.
uh,
There you go.
uh, lots of black metal bands. Okay, so might be some Christian photos here. Look at this hair. Look at that hair action, guys. 1990.
Brazilian death metal.
Yep. Death metal, yep. Oh, now here. Can anybody identify this guy? Not me with the blonde hair, but the other guy. Can anybody identify the other guy? Don't look at this over here. Don't look at that. In fact, I'll just do this. I'll put that over here so you can't see it. Oh, you still can see it. Shit. Yeah. So anyway, anybody know? Anybody guessing in the chat, Tim?
East Bay Ray.
East Bay Ray of the Dead Kennedys. I met him at a. It was a drag bar called. Well, the night was called Tranny Shack, and I can't remember what the club was called. The Stud, I think it was called the Stud in San Francisco. And when I was there on business trips, we would always take our whole crew of guys from North Carolina and go to the Stud on Tuesdays where they had Tranny Shack. And Tranny Shack was one of the most intense tranny drag queen shows I've ever seen in my life. It was violent. It was dangerous. It was very crowded. And it was great. And so East Bay Ray was there one day. And I walked up and I remember I did my devil fingers and he saw that, but did his fingers like this and kind of hit him. Like instead of doing that, he see how his fingers are all balled up? He literally just purposely did not do the double sign with me.
He was afraid. He was afraid of you.
So my friend Jessica, who is related to one of the monkeys, started dating him years and years and years and years and years later, like just a few years ago. And I met him again. I was like, look, I know you don't remember, but the first time we had a picture taken, I did the devil horns and you basically refused to. So I really want you to do the devil horns with me this time. So he did. Me and him are doing the devil horns in the new photo, which I don't have here. But that's East Bay Ray, Dead Kennedys, close to my heart. Now, this is Negative Land in live in the year 2000 in Chapel Hill. A lot of you people, I know Vince, I know, knows Negative Land. Jeff Young, if he's still here, he knows Negative Land. Any, so these photos are not getting any comments in the chat that I should know about? Nothing interesting, Tim? Just nothing going on there? Seems like there's really nothing going on there. You're not telling
Andy
me.
Z4U2 says Sutpilmer. That's the newest thing.
No, I'm just talking about reaction to the photos.
No.
Okay. So people hate the photos. Okay, well, we'll just keep doing
I'm not
this.
saying that. I just,
Okay, now here. Tony James of Generation X, and in this photo of Zig Zig Sputnik.
Hell yeah.
Who I did some work for in the late 90s, early 2000s. I did some graphics work for them. And they came over for one show. Oh, no, this is in the UK. This is when I went over to London for a few of their shows. This is the Barfly in London. And I think I went to 5 or 6 shows in London with them. And then the next year they played one show in the US. But this is the London show. And that is Tony's famous space bass from the Sputnik days. And there's his pineapple hair. And then here's Martin Degville.
I'm going to interrupt for 1 second because Zuna says, hey, guys, I think I'm going to head out. But thank you for the stories and therapy, guys.
Right on. Here's Martin Degville, the beautiful Martin Degville. That's right, 2001, a long time ago in London. And here's me and Martin on a day off. I have green hair.
He had many color hair.
And I see that logo I'm wearing on my shirt. That Sputnik logo is one I designed for them, and it's called the Super logo. 3 S's, Super logo. And it uses some filters that the company I used, that I worked for, used. It's an emboss filter. But they used that on several releases, albums.
And I have to jump in and say that I didn't know that.
Okay, well, Tim doesn't know something, people. Let's
something
be surprised.
That's
Let's be surprised. Okay.
That's
now here,
in my opinion,
again, 2000, a long time ago. This is the Tubes live in San Francisco, and this is okay. So this was amazing to me because the only other time I saw the Tubes up until this point was in 1983-84 on their was it the Completion Backwards Principle tour or something. I can't remember exactly the tour, but they did exactly this. He had the heels, the Quaalude shirt, the wig, the makeup, and they just did the same show. And I couldn't believe all those years they were doing the same show in the year 2000. And here he is with his Quaalude shirt and his makeup. Fee Waybill, everybody. And there he is. Look at those boots. And look how they look like the sex dolls' feet. I was paying attention. I was documenting my dreams coming true. But look at those boots, man. Same
It's a
ones he wore in the 80s.
beauty.
And then look at this. There's Fee Waybill again of the tubes. Look at that angle I got on this. I was right there in front, dude. Look, I got all up in his mask. You can see his eyes and his mouth. Yeah, it was a wild show. And it was so different from the tubes that we saw at Totally Tubular. There was no costumes. There was no show. It was just them in street clothes, basically, performing a few songs. But
And they were struggling, too.
I'm so glad I got to see the tubes full on.
Yeah.
Now, here's this. Anybody know who this is? Anybody in the chat? Tim, I know, doesn't know.
No, I don't. Yeah. I just made an obvious face.
And at this point, I think I'm going to be surprised if you know something. So
I'll play that for you, too. Yes.
Okay, here we go. So this is Wesley Willis from Chicago. Rest in peace, Wesley. Now, he was an interesting guy. He had some issues. He had Tourette's, and he had all kinds of issues going on. But he was a great visual artist, and he was a great performer. And he wrote these songs that had a lot of repetition. He would say the same lines over and over and over and over again. And he'd play kind of the same rhythms on this keyboard that he had. And I think this keyboard may have been the exact same one that I got to play at the Punk Rock Museum recently. They have his keyboard on display and they let you play it. So I think there's a video of me on my YouTube page playing this somewhere, but that's Wesley Willis. He's playing down here in the Carolinas. And somewhere here, there he is again, the great Wesley. And he has a bruise on his head. I don't know if you can see it. Right in the middle of his forehead, he has a little bruise. And that's from him. When he greets people back in the day, he would grab your shoulders and go, say rah. And you go rah. And then he'd bump his head into yours. Not hard, just enough to touch it. Say rah, rah, boom. And you'd bump your head. And anytime he said say rah, you'd go rah. And he'd bump your head. And so he had a bruise right there from bumping people's heads over and over again. It was so cool. And then here's him playing, right? I swore I played this damn keyboard. And then look at the lyrics here. Look at it. That's the lyrics. And he has them written. He has them in a booklet printed out. And he turns the page and he actually reads. He actually has every line that he says written out. Lick a horse's asshole. Oh, my God. A rhino's dick with Dijon mustard. Yeah, I have a pretty extensive Wesley Willis collection of mostly CDs, but I do have an autograph.
He's got a crazy collection of everything. Believe me.
Look, and here's his Wesley Willis in the Drag News, Electric something Boogaloo, Stank House, Parental Advisory explicitly. That's the lyric book he carried around with him to his shows. There's me and Wesley.
Right? See?
I was such a young lad.
But he knew. He always knew.
What are people saying about Wesley? Anybody know him? Are you paying attention to the chat?
No, they're not.
Nobody knows Wesley. Nobody cares.
No, it's not they don't care. Just
are they making comments about this? This is what I have you here for, Tim, because I can't see the
Todd said Wesley exclamation part.
Okay, so somebody knows who Wesley is. Okay.
Yeah, and but I think it was through you because.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just want you to tell me comments that are related to the photos. I'm sure.
No, but that was it.
That was it. Okay. Okay, people in the chat, you see what I'm dealing with. Okay, now who's this?
Okay, so now Todd says, "Suck my dog's blank."
That's another lyric from a Wesley Willis song. Now who's this, everybody? Tim, I know you don't know. Shut up.
I'm reading the lyrics.
Who's this, everybody? Can somebody is somebody? Anybody say an answer to who this is? This female here in the chat? Anybody?
Jeff Jung says Peaches.
Peaches. That's right, Jeff Young. This is Peaches live 2001. This is "Fuck the Pain Away." Fuck that electro hit from back in the day. This is a very small club called Go Studios in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and she was great. Now she was pretty hardcore. Like, I don't know if you can see this picture, but she did not do any trimming up or any kind of, hair removal before she put this costume on. And I thought it was brilliant. And so I remember at some point after the show, I asked to take a picture of her underwear, and I have it somewhere. It's not in this batch of photos, but it had a big tiger on the front. And she said, okay, if you take a picture close up, you're not allowed to Photoshop any of the hair out. I'm like, no, don't worry. I'm not going to do that. But she was pretty brutal. And then actually at some point during the set, I don't know if this was planned, but there's her again at the very small crowd of people. And she's still around. She still does big shows in Europe and elsewhere. Now, if you see, she's rolling around the floor. And all of a sudden I started noticing, and I don't know if I got a picture of it. Oh, there she is with her rolling rock. But she started bleeding from betwixt her legs. And I don't think it was makeup. I think it was just actually something that just happened. And it was so crazy. Now, who's this? Everybody knows. Tim, you got to know this.
I can't see it.
Tim, what is your deal?
I need to make it bigger.
This is a very popular band that's been in the news lately.
Okay.
What are you doing? Did you just take us off screen?
No, I'm trying to enlarge it.
You took us off screen.
Oh.
Okay. Dude, put us back.
I will do that.
Oh, my goodness. Tim, put us back.
Mike, I'm doing that.
Okay, this is Tenacious D, everybody, and that's Lee in the center there. And this is a photo I took of them 2001 at the Ritz in Raleigh. And this photo right here was used on a Tenacious D T-shirt for a little while. I don't think a lot of them were made, but that is Tenacious D. And there's Tenacious D, and there's Spider-Man spraying some stuff on old Kyle. And there's Jack Black, a very young Jack Black. And, oh, what's this? Oh, this is Dimmu Borgir. I can't even pronounce that name. This is great black metal. I forget what country they're from. Anybody know, black metal fans out there, what country Dimmu Borgir is from? I saw them in New York City, February 2002. Here's some crazy pictures I got. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. They are in it, man. They're wearing all the stuff. And look at this one. Look at that photo.
I got to jump in and say Mariana said Tenacious. Gorilla said Tenacious.
Everybody knows who Tenacious is, except
I know. But and Kyle said, "Is that Kyle Gass?"
Yeah.
Andy said Tenacious. Zaperl said, "Is Tim High?" Daniel said Tenacious.
Yeah, everybody knows.
And Cammy's here too. So
what's up, Cammy?
Cammy,
look at this one. Look at the hair.
And yes, I
oh, look at this one. That's a good one.
That is good.
Oh, now this is Guar backstage, December 2002. I got backstage at a Guar show. So this is their road cases with all their bodies and stuff. So I was just taking pictures backstage. Look at this blood gun. The blood shoots out there of the mouth. And it's all crazy. And then here's another thing backstage, one of their masks. 22 years ago. Oh, now who's this, everybody? Okay, Tim. The one with the hair. Who is it? Anybody know in the chat? Tim, pay attention to the chat. I'm going to pee. Let me know if anybody identifies that person.
And clearly I'm supposed to know somebody here. But I don't know. I would almost say this guy on the left is from Cleveland, but I'm not sure. I do not know. Jeff, Wayne County. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not familiar with it. So.
Anybody identify?
Wayne County.
Hell yeah.
And yep. And that was not me. That was
I knew it wasn't you.
That was from friends.
Now at this point he was Jane County though.
Okay.
Now this is Wayne County. I was a big fan of Wayne Jane County. And I was in New York for a business trip and I saw a flyer that said Wayne County was playing a DJ set in Soho in New York City. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go. Nobody else from my company wanted to go with me. So I stayed up really late and I went to this club and I was there all alone. And I had my punk rock trench coat on with my Killing Joke backpack patch on it and stuff. And I walk in there and I was just kind of like, hanging out by myself in the corner. And I saw Jane with her two friends here in this photo. And they were kind of looking at me for a while. And then finally they walked up to me and they said, you look like you're just hanging out by yourself. Are you here alone? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here on a trip. I explained the situation. They're like, well, you're our friend now. You're going to hang out with us. So they just took me by the hand and we hung out all night and watched her play her DJ set. And they were super cool. Now here's a photo of me and Jane. That was back in the day, y'all.
That was one of those days.
That was 22 years ago.
It was one of those days. Yep.
One of those days. This is proof rock and roll dreams come true, everybody. Photographic evidence that rock and roll dreams come true. Now here is Zig Zig Sputnik live in Hollywood, California, 2002.
And Pilmer has, like, that's the thing. Like, I did a lot of things that he did, but the one thing I have to say about him,
but there's no photographic evidence of Tim's.
Like, that's the thing. It's like he kept all of the paper products. He kept all the photos in a certain area. Like,
well, a lot of these are digital photos at this point in the game. But
the point is, like
you can't believe what Tim says. You can't believe what Tim says unless there's photographic evidence.
What I'm trying to tell people is, it's like, man,
you're trying to lie to people, Tim.
Do something about it, because yeah, it's like, I did a lot of great stuff, but yeah, I did.
Tim, you didn't do a lot of great stuff unless there's photographic evidence. I'm telling you.
Yes, there is, and I do have that too.
No, there's not. Look, there's Zig Zig Sputnik in full effect. I couldn't believe they were playing, and I was getting to see them, especially in Hollywood. Like, I think they played 2 or 3 shows in their life in the U.S., and this is one of them.
It was not often.
So there's Tony with his space bass. There's Neil X. Look at this great picture of Tony. Oh, killer. Look at this. And then look at those boots. Oh, hell yeah. And there's some more Sputnik. And then this is them in the limousine. No, this is backstage, just after they got out of it. No, that's in the limo, I think. That might be in the limo. Or it's backstage on a couch. I can't remember. Now, look, there's me in the space base. And my bootleg Zig Zig Sputnik Russian t-shirt. Hell yeah. Look at my Vans. I have an impaled Nazarene patch on my purse there in the background. I think I still have that purse. There's Peaches again. Now, this is Peaches live in LA 2002. And I remember when I first saw her at the very first show I showed you, I gave her some I Threw Up stickers, which is I gave everybody back then. And then when I saw her in LA at this show that I'm showing you now, right after the show, she was getting really popular at this point. So it was a bigger place. She was playing with, like, I think Chicks on Speed and some other electro bands. It was like an electro fest. A lot of people. So there was not a lot of time to meet her or opportunity. But as she was running off stage and going through the backstage door, I ran up to her. I was like, hey, I have some more of these for you. And she took them. She was like, the I Threw Up guy. I love these. And I just remember that. And at some point, she sent me like some posters from Europe and some cool stuff in trade for the I Threw Up stickers. She's really cool. Peaches, everybody. And there's Peaches again at the same show. Big venue in LA. There's Peaches again, same show. Fuck the pain away. There she is, same show. Looking good. That square guitar. Peaches, y'all. All right, there's John Michael Thor.
I was going to say Amina, that might be somebody way now.
Amina, you still there? Amina, 2002, backstage at King's in Raleigh, North Carolina. I played on stage with Thor at this show. There he is with his hammers. There's me playing guitar on stage with Thor. Hell yeah. I didn't think that would ever happen. There's me singing with Thor. With a piece of Thor's costume.
Amina said, yes, she's here.
Look, and there's Thor blowing up a hot water bottle.
Yeah,
and
and that was late, Amina.
I'm right next to him, and I'm waiting for that shit to blow. Look at my face. I'm like, oh, well.
Holy crap, man. Like, that's serious stuff. Jeez. It is.
And there's proof. Look at this. Done in a steel bar with a Thor 2002 tour t-shirt in his mouth.
Mm.
That is legit.
And Amina, I found that in Michael's attic.
Look at that. Oh, now here's me and Joan Jett, 1996.
God, she's cute.
I lied my way into the backstage of her show. I said I worked for a fanzine called Southern Lifestyle or something, and that I was doing a review on the show and I just needed to get a few words from her. But when I walked in, she was like, "Oh, Dickies." And I was like, "You like the Dickies?" She was like, "I love the Dickies." So we just started talking about the Dickies, and then she held my monkey and we started talking about Devo. And this would lead to me meeting her a few times over the decades. And every time I met her, she was super cool, like super cool.
Yeah, she rocks.
Oh, now here's this.
Oh, I know. Like, and Mike has an album.
Now who is this? Who is this?
No, but like, I want to tell people.
But who is this?
I don't want to tell people. I want to say what.
Okay, is anybody? What are people saying in the chat?
They're not talking about that yet.
Look at the picture, people. Who is this? Now, only people of a certain age group are going to get who this is.
Hello. Gorilla got it.
He's old. He knows.
Yeah, Mr. Goodbody.
Yeah, so here's how this came about. So this is 2002.
And he has an album signed by him.
Yeah, it's right back here. It's right here. It's right there. So this is 2002. I was working at a software company, and right around the time Google came around, we would find ourselves Googling all kinds of stuff. So I was wondering, whatever happened to Slim Goodbody? Well, I found a website, which is like basically his teaching kids about health website, and he would go into these schools and do shows at grade schools. And so we found that he was doing one in Raleigh, and we called the school and we were like, "Look, we're a bunch of old punk rockers, but we're big fans of Slim Goodbody. We just want to come by and see the show. Is that okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, well, it's going to be a bunch of like little kids, so you'll have to just stand in the back or whatever." So we did, and then after the show, we got to meet him, and I got him to throw the goat. Man, he's throwing the goat. He's throwing the goat, and I have a Devo shirt on. So anyway, Slim Goodbody in full effect. And then here's Jenny Lenz. Jenny Lenz is a very popular or famous LA punk photographer from the 70s. She photographed Devo and the Germs and the Screamers and X and the Weirdos, and lots of her photos you've probably seen over the years. But she's a good friend, and I used to go to her house and look through all her photos, and she would tell me all the stories, and she was cool. Now this, my friends, Whitney from Asheville, who's into sock monkeys. No, but I could teach him a thing or three about Chumpy the sock monkey. Now, who's this, everybody?
That
Anybody? Obviously, the guy in the middle. Don't let my shirt tip you off. Anyway, that's Blowfly, and that's my girlfriend at the time, Claco Picaco, and she was visiting North Carolina, and we went to see Blowfly, and this is right after we got done with being both really sick with the flu for like 5 days. We were deathly ill, bedridden for 5 days, and we got out of bed at the end of our sickness to go see Blowfly, and I think it was worth it.
I think you need to put that photo on your wall, dude.
I did Blowfly's website for a few years.
No shit.
Look at there he is again. Blowfly. Rest in peace, Blowfly.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Look at that guy, man. Full action. There he is. Look.
He was so like, gosh.
Blowfly wearing an energy dome, everybody. This is photographic evidence of dreams of the rock and roll sort coming true. Now, who's this, everybody? This is a deep cut. Not a lot of people are going to know this one. Don't let my shirt give it away.
Okay, we got a don't know.
Anyone?
Domes.
It's pretty deep.
Who is it, people? Who is it, people? Come on.
Nobody's going to know. It's Casey Spooner of Fisher Spooner, right outside their tour bus in Hollywood, California. I got him to take a picture with me. Cool guy. We saw a few shows back in that era of Fisher Spooner, and they were all off the chain.
And I did not know who that was until he introduced me.
Now, this is me hosting a Mark Mothersbaugh art show, and somebody came in to buy a Mark Mothersbaugh print. And this is Tom Peterson of Cheap Trick. And when he bought the art, I was like, "Oh my God, dude! I don't mean to be like a fanboy, but I'm a fanboy of you. Like, Cheap Trick changed my life." And so he was like, "Yeah, let's get a picture." And he said he was buying the art for his daughter's room. That girl there. He bought that for her room. And then years later, I met him, and he's like, "The art's still there in her room." So that was cool. There's my friend who did a little something, a little show at a Devo after party. Now this guy right here, that is Timothy Speed Levitch. Do you guys know who Timothy Speed Levitch is? He was in a movie called something about speed. Anyway, he was a New York tour guide. He would be on those double-decker buses and be pointing out interesting places in New York. But he had such a cool way about him, such a cool style, and such a weird style that somebody made a whole movie about him. And I can't remember the name of the movie, but if you Google Speed Levitch, Levitch. Anyway, we met at a Mark Mothersbaugh art show in Texas. And then from that point on, we hung out a little bit in New York over the years. And I haven't talked to him in many years, but he is a really weird, cool character. And if you see the movie, it might just be called Speed. I don't know. But Speed Levitch movie, I recommend it to you moviegoers. This is a group called Mr. Pac-Man out of Denver, Colorado. They were a really sick electro synth punk band. Great costumes. There's more of Mr. Pac-Man. They're a Denver legend. Mr. Pac-Man. I miss them. I haven't thought about them in years. And then there's the Weirdos live. We're almost done here, kids. Weirdos live 2003 in LA. More Weirdos. There's one picture I want to show you. Oh, the Polysix here. 2007 in Raleigh, okay? Everybody know the Polysix. They're Japanese, kind of hardcore synth punk, devotees for sure. They played Raleigh. And then after the show, they came back to my house. And here's the Polysix posing in front of my Devo collection in 2007. Before I had a second story added to the house. They were psyched.
I got a message down below.
Daniel says, I saw Blowfly 12 years ago at the Grey Eagle in Nashville. Took my friend Amanda, and when he sang Eat It, I died laughing because I'd eaten. Daniel, don't eat cats. Cats are not for eating. Oh, this is a band called Deer Hunter. I don't know if you guys know Deer Hunter from Georgia, but this guy has some kind of physical disability that makes him very skeletal skinny. And he starts off the show in a full, like, big hip-hop starter jacket and big pants and big hat, and everything's big. Yeah. And as the show goes on, he takes off all his clothes, and he ends up with just a little girl's bikini on, and it still fits baggy.
And it's crazy. And yeah.
What are you talking about, Tim? It's crazy. You've never seen Deer Hunter?
You showed it to me, dude.
Almost 20 years ago. Look at that.
Yeah, it's insane.
His name is it starts with a B, I think. What's his name? That's not interesting. That's the Skulls. Oh, this is MSI. Anybody know MSI? Mindless Self-Indulgence?
Yeah.
2008 in San Francisco. Old Jimmy Urine. I love me some MSI music. There's what's her name? The bass player that could do splits and kicks and stuff. Okay, hold on. There's Sonic Death Rabbit. Sonic Death Rabbit was a great act from California.
Jeff is heading out.
Huh?
Jeff is heading
Jeff,
out.
see you, buddy. Oh, this is Does It Offend You? Yeah. Anybody remember them from mid 2005, 2006, 8, something like that? They were a great band from the UK. All right, one more photo. There's more MSI. Look. Jimmy Urine in full effect. Sum 41. Yoga. There's Yip Yip. More Polysix. Hold on. I want to end with this one photo. There's Stan Ridgway, Wall of Voodoo. These are all about the same era. Stan, there's something, Ashbury Park. Ear Power, they're a great band. Where's the one I want to end on? White Mice, they were noisy. There! For all you moviegoers, movie people, which actress is this? Which actress? I was really hyped to meet her. I'll give you a hint. She's in Forbidden Zone. I'll give you another hint. Her name is Susan Tyrell. She's since passed away, but she was in a wheelchair, and I was working in a Devo show. And as the Devo show is going on, I'm like running around with props. I'm going from the stage to backstage, taking costuming back and forth. And she's wheeling around just right around the stage in the backstage area. So I almost like ran into her with a bunch of props. And I noticed who she was. I was like, oh my God, I got to get my picture with you. So then she made some kind of really rude sexual comment about that furry thing between her legs there. And I was like, trying to keep my shit together during the photo, but she was talking really dirty about what was furry between her legs right there. She's a character. Susan Tyrell, rest in peace. All right. So there we go. I'm going to stop that now. Hey, that took up a lot of time.
It did.
Bradford Cox, that's his name, Breakfast King. This is the kind of stuff you need to point out to me, Tim. Bradford Cox is the singer for Deer Hunter. That's right. Okay, so Marathon Syndrome. Is that what he looks like he has? Yeah. Tom Peterson, Cheap Trick. Yeah. Slim Goodbody. Nick got it. Barney Fife. Oh, that's good. Anyway, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the chat. I was hoping Tim would throw more things at me, but I hope you enjoyed the walk down memory lane there. Tim, you have anything to add?
I'm just kind of laughing. That's all. Yeah, no, it's all
Tim's just
good.
here to laugh.
It's all good.
Is it all good?
Yeah.
What is all? What encompasses all?
We are doing well, and others are not. So yeah.
What are you talking about? Speaking in genital terms.
I was gonna say you're reaching for genitals.
Okay, well, who's Cartoons? I've never seen you here before, Cartoons. Do you like cats and tunes? Who are you, Cartoons? I want to know. Why isn't Tim pointing out new people in the chat? I don't know.
Obviously that was while we were talking, and
Hey, Nick Fantazzi. But I kind of asked you to pull out.
And you know, we didn't do the. Oh,
yeah, that was back in the day, Mariana. Back in the day, before
Luis.
I wore a hat as a joke, and then Mark Mothersbaugh said, "Hey, you look good in a hat." I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll wear hats." Yeah. So anyway, time for noise. I think it's too late for that. Sorry. We usually start that around 8:45. I got too involved in the show and tell. I hate how they had a falling out with Bunny Carlos. Yeah, it was an unfortunate guy. Unfortunate, but I still Cheap Trick, close to my heart. Oh, you know, I do have photos of that, Rusty. Maybe next time. The next time we walk down memory lane here on the channel, I'll try to dig that one up. It was 1998, right, Rusty? Yep. Did you know Uncle Floyd? Of course not. Anybody in the chat are familiar with the Uncle Floyd show? Me and Rusty were on that show, 1998, with the Mighty Thor. And that's legendary. Tim, we're getting ready to shut this down. Anything
Yeah, check out Bo.
Oh, right on. Cartoons, hopefully you'll come to the devotional one day on your own accord, and I'll meet you. But I appreciate you coming to the channel. Thanks. Hopefully you're subscribed or something. But thanks for the support and being here and the cool name you have, Cartoons. Does it have to do with cats? I'm wondering. It has to do with cats. So anyway, that's it. I think we're done, Tim.
I think we're done.
Thanks for all your input.
Absolutely. And thank you for your shallow stuff.
My what?
I'm just teasing. Go.
Where am I going?
I'm not sure.
Okay, co-host, I think I'm going to need your help next week.
It happens. It happens.
All right, buddy. Are you up for a call after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
All right, Timothy.
All right. Hey, guys. Thank you for spending this time with us. It's always crazy, and I don't know. We appreciate it. Thank you. Talk to you next time.
Timothy Nolan, everybody, from the wasteland of Ohio.
Bye.
All right. Cool. Now, in the last 2 minutes, I just want to thank everybody for coming out this Thursday. Sorry if the photo thing got boring for anybody, but I just got into it all of a sudden and had to show y'all Susan Tyrell. Had to get there at least. But yeah, luckily I had a camera back in those days, and I learned to use it. So we can always do more of those things whenever you want. And again, thank you for showing up. We'll be here next Thursday, 7 p.m. EST, and we'll do this thing. Now, I'm going to leave you with a little free Super Chat Charlie toilet dance, if you don't mind. And don't forget, if you're the last one to post in the chat, your name will go into a drawing in January for a nifty prize. All right? Everybody go check out some Deer Hunter, some Fetus, some Peaches, some Happy Flowers, and all that stuff. Killing Joke. Go check out the bands that I showed you, if you're unfamiliar. Here we go with Charlie, and thank you again, everybody. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Charlie, go. Toilet dance. toilet dance. Charlie's got him a toilet dance. All right, everybody. Love you. See you next Thursday. Thanks for the support on the channel. Bye-bye.